Hello and welcome back. In this video, we will be discussing how to download a DXF file from a Sync distributor website. So I've gone to the website of one distributor and I'm going to click on the random sync. There should be a link to download a DXF file on a product page on just about every distributor website. For this one, it's right over here. So as you download it, it should pop into your downloads folder on your computer. And we'll open up Cut2D and see what we can do with it. So this is important to make note when you are importing a file. These files are usually metric in millimeters, so we're going to need to set our drawing in millimeters, and we will set the size of the job to about 500 millimeters, so it's big enough to fit our whole sink. Doesn't matter exactly as long as it's big enough, and make sure this is millimeters, otherwise it will not import properly. And now to bring our DXF file into this job, we're going to click the Import Vectors button. It's this folder with the paper inside of it. This is the one we just downloaded, and it'll import. Oftentimes these files, they're not centered. You'll have to actually look for it somewhere. Oh, there it is. So I'm going to select it, click on it to be able to move it, and then drag it to the center. I can zoom in, and it's right here. There's all this extra clutter, which some of the clutter we can get rid of the layers that they're on to clean it up. You click the light bulbs next to this layer in the layer dialog. We needed that one. Okay, and the other stuff we can just delete with the delete button on the keyboard. Okay, now that we have our sync, we can adjust the job size back to what it should be. I'm going to change it back to inches and set the width and height to about what the sink is. And I am going to offset the origin to be at the bottom middle of the sink. So I'm going to subtract half of the width. So now that brings our origin down to where it should be. Okay, now we just need to move the sink down to the center. We can move the sink like this, or if it's not precise enough, we can use the Move Selected Objects button, and we'll move it to right there. When I use this tool, I just typed in the center coordinates of the sink, which was 0 by 6.75. So now that we have our sink in there, we're ready to generate a toolpath for it and send it off to the machine. So we're going to click Profile Toolpath, set the cut depth to just above material thickness, ensure the proper tool is selected, add ramps, and everything looks just like it should. We're going to select this toolpath and save it for the machine.